Hello everyone, happy Friday. I just wanted to jump on because I kind of said I would jump on today, and I just want to say what a great Friday thus far. I've gotten a lot of work done and been able to do a lot of different things, and I kind of just wanted to pop in and say hello because I've literally been away from Periscope for so long. It's at least been, I want to say, about 3 to 4 weeks that I have been away from Periscope. So I just wanted to pop in and share some exciting news. I just submitted a proposal for a conference that's down in, I want to say, Texas. I'm excited about it. I was kind of pushed from two of my sorors to go ahead and just go for the plunge and just go for it, and I'm really excited, and hopefully I will hear back some good news in regards to it. It's a really big conference. I will not say the name until I know whether or not I got it or not, and I'm excited to kind of be doing it alongside someone that I hold dear to me, and I just want to say thank you to Aranya Waller and Jacqueline Twilly for pushing me to kind of submit the proposal for this because it's really big. It's a conference that's been around for a while now, so I just kind of went out on a limb and just went ahead and submitted that proposal. As I mentioned yesterday, there's going to be some new and exciting changes for Women's Elevation magazine. A couple people were like, well, what does that mean? What are you changing? Well, first of all, we're getting a facelift. We're updating the website, which I'm excited about. I'm working on that right now. A lot of the content will remain the same. If you don't know about Women's Elevation magazine, hey Sonia. If you don't know about Women's Elevation magazine, it's a magazine that I started in 2012 to inspire, elevate, educate, and promote women and the issues that we face. Hey, how are you? And so I'm really excited about some of the changes, and some of those changes include just switching up how the website looks. I had a blog for the longest time, had a couple of contributors, but it was really hard to keep people on as contributors for the blog. Not so much for the actual digital magazine, but for the blog itself. For some reason, it was just really hard to keep people interested in wanting to continue to write. And so I decided to kind of revamp that section. Shout out to Lakeisha Nicole, who actually inspired this piece or this change, because I decided to kind of do a mini blog, or kind of like a diary series, I guess you would call it. And the name of it is Inspired and Irritated. And I know that kind of sounds like, ooh, irritated, that kind of sounds bad, but no, not so much. I'm really going to use the blog to thank you so much, Real Cloud. Thank you for joining. I'm really going to use that piece of the blog to talk about a lot of issues that are going on in current events, from politics to Black Lives Matter to some of the things that we face as women in terms of, there's a lot of issues with like Planned Parenthood and just, our society in general. So I kind of want to use that portion of Inspired and Irritated to talk about those issues in a safe haven, in a safe place. It's not going to be, like a stuffy kind of section. I'm really going to go in and talk about topics that matter to me and that I think matter to other people. I'm also going to allow for people to submit to that section as well. They don't have to be bloggers that submit like every week or every 2 weeks, but bloggers that have something to say about a topic, and they really want to get it out there. This is your opportunity to do so, and submit to this section. So I'm really excited about Inspired and Irritated, because it really comes from a conversation I was having with Lakeisha Nicole of Ambition magazine, and she was like, you should, create this section. And I was like, and I thought about it, and I was like, this would be a great blog for the people, because the topics that we're talking about are for the people. We're talking about things that really matter. We're not just talking about surface level things. We're going from, relationships to inspirational topics to really getting in and talking about things that matter. There's been a lot of things in the news. Of course, as there always is. We're in the middle of, Republican and Democratic debates. Like I mentioned yesterday, if you do not know the schedule, go into Google and type in Republican or Democratic debate schedule, and you'll be able to see when the debates are scheduled for and where they'll be and what channel they'll be on, so you can catch them. myself, Aranya, and a lot of other people on Facebook are always chatting when they're on, and we're providing commentary. And I think the best place to do that and kind of put all those thoughts together is in this inspired and irritated section, because when we're watching this, we are very inspired, but we are very irritated, especially with the candidates. I currently do not support any of the current candidates right at this moment. I do think many of them have great ideas, but I'm literally looking for someone that has a plan and has a focus point. And I have not been able to get any of that from any of the candidates right now. So I'm kind of just looking, reviewing the information and constantly researching. So this section will really be a big thing. The other thing is that we are in November. We are at the halfway mark of November. It is countdown time. Whatever it is that you want to do for 2016, it's really time to start planning that now. I was reading an article that I think Jacqueline Twilley posted on Facebook about how November is the new January, because you really have to start and get ahead of the game now for anything that you want to do for next year. And that's, the big thing for me. And exactly, we're more than halfway. It's almost over. It's almost Thanksgiving. I'm not even ready. But it's really time for you to start buckling down and figuring out what you want to do going forward for 2016, and really start to plan those things. Because the thing about it is, I think a lot of us think, and we're like, oh, okay, well, we'll just start and we'll look at December, and then we'll, create some resolutions, and then when January comes, we'll just start on them. Well, no, you should actually start on them now. Start thinking about what it is that you want to do for the new year, the things that you want to change, the things that you want to add, and just start putting those pieces together. I'm currently, like I said, working on the website itself, as well as other plans for the magazine. I of course will still be doing a lot of interviews and providing good content as well, but I really want to start talking about things that are going on. And if you've been able to read any of our issues, the magazine is about women empowerment. It's really about inspiring, educating, elevating, and promoting women in all facets of life. So I've been able to talk to some great women, from Sunny Hostin on CNN to, I don't know if anybody watches Black and Sexy TV, but they're a huge company that started as a web series, and now of course they're on BET on Wednesday nights. I think it starts at like 10 o'clock. Some of their programming comes on, and I've just been able to kind of talk about a lot of different issues. We had a State of the Union issue in which Aranya Waller, who I think is still on the Periscope, her own beat, wrote a great article for that, where we talked about all of the Black lives that have been lost throughout the year, and really just talking about what's going on. I will definitely follow you, and I want to continue that. One of the things I was talking about with my dad earlier this year was really talking about the fact that I want to hone in on what's important to me and what I'm passionate about. And one of the things I'm passionate about is the Black Lives Matter movement, but also, say her name. If you do not know, I am a member of Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated, and we lost a soror this year, Sandra Bland, and that really hit home for me, and I really just started to use my platform to push the message out there that she had even passed. I remember reading about the first article that came out. I remember reading it, and then I woke up the next morning thinking that she would be plastered all over the news, and she wasn't. And that really stirred something. And I think that was the turning point for me in terms of political issues and the state of Black people in this country, where I was just kind of like, well, this doesn't make any sense. If we don't promote it, if we don't use our platforms, if we don't use media to promote things that matter, or the deaths of people, then they don't get any attention. A lot of, things are going on in the news, like I mentioned yesterday, Missouri, and everything that happened there with the president of the university stepping down. Using social media was what kind of got that movement off the ground. And now you see that there are Black students across the United States who are demanding change. Matter of fact, I was just looking at Towson University, where the students sat in the office of the president. It was like, we have this list of demands and we want you guys to fix it. And they sat, and it wasn't a short little meeting. They sat and they went line by line by line of all the demands that they had, until they reached a point where they could agree that changes could be made. And that's what it's all about. It's about using your platform. It doesn't matter how many people you have following you or how many people you're following. It really doesn't. And the reason I say that is because there's a lot of people out there who didn't have a lot of followers before. If you look at the Twitter, there was a young lady on Twitter not too long ago. I think her name was like Zola, and she had like a Twitter story or something. Hey Bailey, how are you? She had a Twitter story, and she didn't have a lot of followers before that. I don't think she had that many, but she definitely garnered a lot of attention after putting her story on social media. Now, how crazy is that she was able to use her voice and the power of social media to kind of make that story huge. Everyone was talking about this chick. Everybody was talking about Zola and her story down in Miami and back and everything. And so, you know, that's what's really important, is using your platform no matter where you are on your stage, figuring out what platform, of course, works best for you. Nice to meet you as well. Works best for you. And going from there and pushing the things that matter and the things that you're passionate about. And so that's really my focal point right now with using my platform and talking about the issues that matter and at least matter to me. So I just kind of wanted to hop on really quick and share that news with you guys. I have a couple of things in the works. I hope to be finished with my second book by next year. I know that my friends will hold me to that, so I have to get on the ball with that, as well as bringing back a couple of the initiatives that we've had before that really inspire women and promote women in a positive light. So those are my goals for 2016. I don't want to give a lot of information because I'm still working on a lot of different things, but I'm ready to do some amazing things for 2016, and I hope you guys are ready to do the same within your own businesses or platforms or whatever it is that you're doing. It could be school, it could be whatever. Just go forth and push toward those goals. So that's kind of why I wanted to hop on really quickly and just say, hey, it's Friday. I'm excited. I'm actually probably going to lay down for a few because I've been up for a while and working constantly. So now that I've gotten some things out of the way, it's time for a nap before my almost 4-year-old comes home from daycare. So I will check in with you guys soon. I hope to kind of periscope with you guys and talk about some topics and do all that in the coming weeks. So hey, how are you? Thanks for jumping on. Catch the replay. If you're catching the replay, thank you for catching the replay. Don't forget to share with your followers. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter. We're at W Elevation Mag. On Instagram, we are Naturally Me We Magazine. The website, you can subscribe to figure out, you know, when we have the site up. My goal is to have the site up mid to late next week. So that's my goal, and I hope to stick to it. And then from there, we'll just keep on pushing and keep on grinding. Remember that November is the new January. So whatever it is that you want to do in 2016, start doing it now. Start pushing towards it now because it's time. You don't really have a lot of time left in this year, so get to it. Have a wonderful Friday and have a wonderful weekend. If I don't pop on here again, I will talk to you guys soon, and take care. Bye.